Hey guys, I wanted to make this video here. It's a video review on this Zippo knife. That's right, it's a knife made by Zippo. So hopefully this will be entertaining for my knife fans as well as my Zippo viewers. This is the Cutabout Lite. This specific one is in khaki coloring, although this was offered in a bunch of different colors, I believe. Blue, red, orange was very popular. They had a camouflage version of this knife. Really cool little knife. I got this in the late 90s. I want to say 97, 98 is when they came out with the Lite series. This design, this specific frame here, was called the Cutabout. And Zippo has been making this for many, many years, although they stuck with an all stainless steel construction. Okay, they had a full stainless steel body on here. Now, the original reason they put out these knives was for advertisement and promotional reasons. And today, if you go onto eBay or some other auction site and you type in Zippo knife, you'll find a lot of the older ones from the mid 70s to all the way up to late 80s and early 90s. And you'll find that pretty much every single one of these all stainless steel Cutabout models had some kind of advertisement on them, some kind of company logo or company slogan on them. These were sold in mass quantities to different companies for promotional items, as I mentioned, or maybe company gifts. If it was getting close to Christmas time, maybe everyone in a specific company got these as gifts. So for the most part, these were used as advertisement knives for many years. Little lockback knife. See here. Here's the lockback on the bottom. And sturdy little knife. There's not a whole lot of play. There is a little bit here. Like I mentioned, this one is the Lite model. What makes this light is that it has Zytel handles as opposed to the stainless steel, which has been used for many, many years. It has a pin construction. It's not adjustable or removable. You can't take it apart. You have basically two pins. One is for the pivot, okay, for the blade to actually pivot around, okay, and that's how it's actually connected to the handle. And then your second pin here is actually where the lock bar pivots on. Okay, so you can see when you push that lock back, it lifts up and releases the blade for you. That's pretty much it. It's real simple construction. The inside here is there's no liners or anything like that. Basically, two handle slabs, your locking mechanism, and a blade. So pretty simple. The blade steel on here is a 440A stainless steel. Quite soft. It comes really sharp, but the 440A quality is shoddy at best. It's not a fantastic knife. It's more of a collector's knife, I would say, than a user knife. But of course, when these were being put out in the 70s and 80s, 440A was just average. There was so many knives that were using it. 440C was probably one of the best steels you can get at the time. So it's not like you were using a poor steel. For the time period and the era, 440A, like I said, was extremely common and still being used today. As far as I know, you have a hollow ground blade here, a little bit of a drop point blade, and you have a nail nick. There's no thumb stud or anything like that. This little cutout is called a nail nick. Very common with a lot of older knives, where basically, I mean, my nails are kind of short, but you just put your fingernail in there. I mean, you can just grab it with your pointer finger and thumb. I mean, that's the easiest way to get the blade out. But a lot of times with these knives, if they were stiffer, you just put your nail into that cutout, and that's how you would start the blade so that you can grab it. Those are called nail nicks. You see those a lot in slip joints. Back in the day, there was no thumb studs or opening holes or anything like that. It's pretty simple stuff. But like I said, this one's in khaki. When these first came out, I really wanted one, for my Zippo collection. Not necessarily for my knife collection, but I collected everything that had Zippo logo on it. Anything Zippo ever put out, I wanted for my collection. So let's take a close look at that little logo on here. You see, Zippo, made in the USA, and Bradford, Pennsylvania. Bradford, Pennsylvania is where Zippos are made and have been made for many, many years. It's the birthplace of the Zippo. That is where George G. Blaisdell, the inventor of the Zippo lighter, made his first prototype model and pumped them out ever since. And it stayed in the town. And I was fortunate enough to actually visit Bradford. It's roughly, I want to say, 6 to 7 hours from where I live right now. But it was worth the trip. It was very, very cool. If you ever get a chance to go over and check out the visitor center and maybe go to a swap meet they have up there, It's a really good time. You know, if you're really into Zippos, it's kind of a must-see thing. Very cool though. Let's do some specs on this. I don't have anything written down or anything, so I'll just do it right here on camera for you. See, the blade looks to be a 2-inch cutting edge and maybe 2¼ inches full length from the tip of the blade to the top of the handle. When you're measuring blade length, that's how you would measure it. Specifically for legal purposes, you would put the ruler at the very top of the handle and measure to the very point of the blade. So the blade itself is 2¼ inches long, even though the cutting edge is only about 2 inches. So you can see there. The handle, let's put this down for a second. Let's measure this closed here. Looks to be about 3½ inches closed, and that means open. The total length is just over 5½ inches. Looks like 5¾ inches long. So not a big knife. You can see here my hand, pretty small. Nice finger troll here and a little curvature to the handle. It's actually extremely ergonomic. It feels really good in the hand. These are a little bit harder to find. They're not. I don't know if the cutout lights are still being produced. I know the regular stainless steel versions they're pretty plentiful. You can get them, you know, a lot of places. But as far as these lights, you have to do a little bit of digging around online. Let's check out the weight. Got my scale here, and let's get ounces. Okay, we're at 0, and it's reading 1.115, so just over 1 ounce. Let's get another reading, make sure that's accurate. Now it's 1.1110, so fair to say 1.1. Let's put it that way. Just over an ounce. Very lightweight. That's why it's called a light. Like I said, very simple design. There's no liners or anything to mess around with. It's just 2 pieces as I tell, and a blade and a locking mechanism. So really cool knife. Definitely an awesome collectible if you want one for your Zippo collection, or if you just want one for your knife collection. It's a really cool piece to have. So that's pretty much it. There's not much else to talk about. Oh, there is a lanyard hole, as you can see there, although it's a pretty small knife. The only purpose I would see in having a lanyard here would be to give your pinky something to hold on to. But it's there if you want it. So that is the Zippo Cutout Lite. Pretty cool knife. I thank you again for watching, like always, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.